What's up, Eagles, and welcome to the Westside News.
My name is Destiny.
And my name is Claire.
Today is October 6th.
And it's an A-Day. Let's make an awesome day.
Lunch for tomorrow will be Alfredo with chicken, broccoli, and a breadstick.
Sounds good. Okay, that's it for today.
No, it's not. We still have to tell about Mr. Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson time.
Hello, Eagles, and welcome to Eagle News here with Mr. J. It is Monday, October 6th. We have no birthday shout-outs this week. This week, we're going to talk about our legacy ladder during our Eagle Code reminder. Throughout the week, we're going to remind you what it means to start every class when you're in the green, live in the legacy, what it means when you get to the yellow needs a nudge, what it means when you get to orange, where it's code check, and what it means when you get to red out of code. So throughout the week, we're going to talk about this and understand that it is okay to go down the ladder. But the most important thing is that you learn why you went down the ladder, fix those mistakes to get back to green. Because throughout the week, we're going to talk about the discipline that can happen if you continue to fall down the ladder or even make it to red. Unfortunately, we did not make our house goal last week with bus behavior. So these next 2 weeks leading up to our next house meeting is all about hallway behavior, hallway transitions. If we like what we see, we're going to approach that student and ask them what house they are in. Then they are going to have the opportunity, if there are any strikes, to remove a strike from their house. But if we approach you because it's not what we expect, then you are going to get an X for your house. So throughout the next 2 weeks, we're going to follow along on this dashboard. Right now, everyone's good. It's the beginning of the week. We have no X's. But tomorrow when I show this, I'm hoping to still see what it looks like today. But if there are X's, that's going to hinder your chances of receiving a bonus houseman at your next house meeting. In order to get the bonus houseman, you must have less than 3 strikes. So even if you get a strike, make sure for you in your house that you're working hard to remove those strikes. Our flight plan this week, it is Homecoming Spirit Week. So every day that you participate, you're going to receive a ticket from your teacher that's going to go into a drawing. On Friday, we're going to pick a winner out for a large candy bucket. Today is Fancy PJ Day. So you are wearing pajamas, but you've fancied them a little bit. Maybe you have a fancy hat on, maybe a fancy bow, maybe some fancy shoes on. Your teacher will make a decision if it is fancied enough to be PJ Day. It just can't be PJ Day. It must be Fancy PJ Day. Tomorrow's opposite day. Students, you're going to dress like us and we're going to dress like you. On Wednesday, from head to toe, we're going to wear the same color. On Thursday, we're going to go ahead and partner up with somebody and become a dynamic duo or maybe even a dynamic trio. And then Friday, it is Blue and Gold Day. Today is also our Coaches Appreciation Day. So we just want to thank our instructional coaches, our reading coaches, Miss Wilde, Miss Winslow, and Miss Greenwood, for thanking them for everything that they do for us, you, and our teachers. Tomorrow we are going to have a secure drill at 9:30 a.m. Secure just means that something outside is going on that we don't want you guys to go outside. So in these situations, we would not travel outside. We wouldn't transition outside. If you're outside, you're going to come inside. You can't go outside for recess, but we can move throughout the building. Interim reports are going to go home tomorrow. If you like it, great job. Keep up the hard work. If you don't like what you see in your interim report, well, you have a few more weeks to correct it before report cards go home for the first quarter. On Friday for 4th and 5th grade, we're going to have Miss Virginia Assembly on that day, and we want to be on our best behavior to represent that we are Westside Best Side and following our legacy core values. And then Friday, guys, we're actually going to leave early on Friday. It's a 3-hour early release day, so we're going to go ahead and be out of here by 12:50 on Friday. And then students, we have no school on Monday. Legacy mindset for the week. Make sure that the worst enemy does not live between your 2 ears. So I want you to think about that one, and we'll talk more about it throughout the week. But make sure that your worst enemy doesn't live between your own 2 ears. We've been talking about handshake, and some of you are doing a phenomenal job. You see me, you reach out your hand, you shake, you introduce yourself, and you greet. That's excellent job. Remember, never step out of line when you're with your entire class. I've been giving gems out to students who are doing a phenomenal job on this. We talked about shaking hands, posture, staying up straight, and making eye contact. Throughout this week, we're going to talk about what charm means, introducing yourself, asking a question, and leaning in. These skills are very important. These are skills that you will use your entire life. All right, let's dive into house. We're going to spend most of our time today in our Eagle News. There are no changes for our sportsmanship. We did talk about Duende last week. Unfortunately, went down in sportsmanship. It is a new 2 weeks, so after every house meeting, every house jumps back up into full health. So every house, you have the opportunity of staying there and receiving that last heart, which is level 4 of Eagle Magic. That is where you want to stay. This is where we were at the end of last week before our house meeting of knowing what Duende has and what Kefi has. So let's begin to talk about Duende. So Duende went in, no house received their bonus house spin, but Duende did go in. And they had level number 3 Eagle Magic, but they had teleport, so went to level 2. And same with Wings of Fire, they had level 4 because of their points, but dropped down to level number 3. So I'm going to use my little cheat sheet here as we travel through the story of House Duende. So Duende goes in, they are at level number 3. They're going to get 4 spins and can choose 3 powers. So first thing, teleport is gone. They've already been reduced down into their levels there. They didn't have a bonus spin, so their regenerator is gone as well. So all they have left on their dashboard to start their house meeting is their Sonic. Sonic, remember, is at the end of the day on Friday. If they are within 50 points of a house, they get to Sonic forward 100 points. So they come on in, they land on a bulldozer, they land on a bolt, they land on potion, and they land on stake. As a house, they automatically said we don't want the stake. Instead, we would rather have those 3 powers right there. So when it went for the bolt, they went and they gave points to 100 points for House Duende. They gave 75 points to House Kefi, 50 points to House Julia, and 25 house points to House Mudita. When you look at potions, the new power this year, potion, we go to the house wheel. If they land on yes, they automatically win 100 house points. However, if they don't land on yes and they land on no, they have to spin again. Whatever house they land on, that house either has to lose 50 house points or lose a heart. And they spun and they actually landed on themselves and they decided to actually lose a heart. So starting this 2 weeks, they're going to start with 9 hearts instead of 10 hearts. And then the bulldozer, they said, let's use the bulldozer blindly. And they went and they placed it on Mudita. So simply that means is that at the end of the day, Friday, after you guys all went home, your house leaders for Duende came in and they looked at what Mudita got and they were able to remove an item from Mudita. And their Wings of Fire for them, they spun and landed on 50 house points. So good job to House Duende. All right, House Mudita, no bonus spin. They're at level 4 Eagle Magic and level 4 Wings of Fire. Way to go to Mudita, because last house meeting, you guys didn't have a lot to really give. You got no Eagle Magic. You did get level 4 Wings of Fire, but so impressive on Mudita. They also earned 100 house points because they had the most hearts. All right, Mudita, you have nothing on your dashboard except the bulldozer that has been now placed from Duende. So Duende says we're going to take something from it. So when they spun, they landed on Heal, which lets them start with 12 hearts. They landed on Teleport, which means they can choose a house to have that house at their next house meeting be reduced a level in their Eagle Magic and Wings of Fire. They landed on Boost, which simply means that they can boost forward to the next level and choose any power. Since they were level 4, they can look at every single power out there and choose one of those powers. And then Bolt, which means they can give out house points. And they landed on Bulldozer. House Moody decided, let's not use the bolt. We don't want the bolt. And instead, they said, let's take that boost. Let's look at all the powers and choose the power we want. And they actually chose the power called Treasure. It's a level 4 power. Treasure simply says, every day that you are at 10 hearts or more, you receive 100 house points. And they did phenomenal this last time, so they're going to be very confident in that they can actually keep that and earn 100 house points every day that they can keep themselves at full health. And then they took the teleport and they put it on Duende. I'm sorry, Duende, this next house meeting 2 weeks from now, your levels will be reduced by 1. But then there is that bulldozer that House Duende has. That bulldozer, they have to choose a power, and they actually are taking away the treasure, which would then take away the boost. So that, unfortunately, is gone. So they do have the heal, which gives them 12 hearts to start out, and the bulldozer they decided to go ahead and keep. When they spun for their Wings of Fire, very impressive, very awesome. House Mudita landed on 500 house points. Way to go to Mudita. Now we go to House Julia. House Julia, no bonus spin as well, but your Eagle Magic is a level 2, and your Wings of Fire was a level 4. So here's the dashboard now. So we got Sonic, we have the Teleport on Duende, we have the heal and the bulldozer that Mudita is going to save and use it next house meeting. If they don't use it, it disappears. Now we go to Julia. Julia has nothing on the dashboard. They spun, they landed on heal, they landed on forgiveness, and they landed on bulldozer. House Julia decided not to do the bulldozer, instead keep the heal, which allows them to have 12 hearts to start these next 2 weeks, and they decided to keep forgiveness, and they're going to utilize that the week 1, which is going to keep their hearts safe for 1 full week. And when they did their Wings of Fire, they didn't land on house points. They landed on a level 3 Eagle Magic called Egg Storm. And what Egg Storm simply means is that they give it to every single house. Every house has an Egg Storm, which simply means that they actually lose 2 hearts. They're going to start with 2 less hearts. So that actually means that Duende is starting with 7 hearts because they already lost them because of the potion. House Mudita, you have that heal that's actually going to take that away on there. You lose 2 hearts. And then Kefi going to start with 8 hearts as well. Alright, so now we go to House Kefi. No bonus House Member Kefi. They're level 2 Eagle Magic and level 4 Wings of Fire. So here they go. They first said, hey, we have this bulldozer that if we don't use it today, it's going to disappear. So they said, let's use it. And let's go ahead and let's put it on Mudita. So they put it on Mudita, which means at the end of the day, Kefi house leaders came, we discussed, and they could remove a power. And they said, let's do it. Let's remove the heal. So the heal is gone, Mudita. So that means that 12 hearts with the Egg Storm, you're only starting with 8 hearts this go around. So then they spin, they land on Royal Key, which is awesome, which means they don't have to choose any powers. They receive all of their powers. They have to spend another time because replace that Royal Key. So they landed on Levitation. Levitation means you go to the house wheel. First, you must land on yes. If you land on yes, then you try to land on your house color in order to receive 100 points. But if you land on no, nothing happens. They landed on no, and nothing happened at all. Then they landed on freeze. Now, if you were here the past couple of years, you know freeze means to freeze your house points. That's not what the new freeze means. The freeze simply means that you can put it on a house, which is going to almost protect you from any negative effects that might have occurred during that house meeting. So they said, okay, let's go ahead and let's put it on house Duende, which simply meant that Duende, you cannot do anything negative to us for this house meeting, which you guys did not, Duende, so then it just simply disappears. And then they also landed on a bulldozer. Then they said, you know what? Let's use that bulldozer right now, and they decided to put that bulldozer on House Duende. And with that, they decided to go ahead and use it, Duende, and they said, let's get rid of your Sonic. So the Sonic is gone. You cannot use the Sonic on Friday, so no boost forward of 100 points for you guys. Then they spun for their Wings of Fire, and they land on something called Eagle Claws. So Eagle Claws is real nasty. They can choose one house, and this house that they choose, anytime for 1 week that they lose a heart, they lose double hearts, and that's going to Mudita. So Mudita, anytime that you lose a heart this first week, you're going to lose 2 hearts, only a 1 week power. Woo! So with all of that, this is where we are at. Remember, Duende, they lost a heart because they used the potion and they landed on their own house. Mudita got a heal, so they ended up getting 12 hearts, but then that was taken away, so they don't have that anymore. Julia landed on heels, so they got themselves up to 12 hearts. Then the egg storm happened. The egg storm simply means that everyone starts with 2 less hearts. So that means Duende lost 2 hearts. That means Kefi lost 2 hearts. That means Mudita lost 2 hearts. So this is where we are at. Woo! Now remember, Duende, you have a teleport, which means that you will be automatically reduced down. So if it stayed here, you would only get level 1 Eagle magic. So you want to get some house gems. You want to make good choices to get those hearts back. Mudita has Eagle Claw. So that means, Mudita, anytime you lose a heart this week, you're going to lose twice the heart. So there is our dashboard after all of that has been done. Remember, the points for Wings of Fire have shot up 300 points. So that means if you want level 4 Eagle Magic between last house meeting, our points we're going to look at tomorrow, for 2 weeks, you must gain at least 1,500 points. True legacy story. In the hallway, Carter, great job Carter. He held the door for a class that was carrying their art supplies. His thoughtful action made the transition very easy for everyone. The door wasn't hitting everybody in the face. He just took control. He held the door for everybody. What legacy core value do you think that is? I'm taking it as empathy. It was a great leadership action, but he actually put himself in their shoes and thought, hey, hands are full. It'd be nice if someone would open the door. And he thought about them. That'd be great. So great job, Carter. Way to leave a legacy. Students made a great Dare Not choice. Yours, we love you, and leave a legacy.
The weather today will be generally sunny and high of 80 and a low of 62. You should probably bring your water bottle outside. Announcement.
We are excited to tell you that Westside is starting a chess club after school here at Westside. Chess is a super fun game where you get to think ahead, solve puzzles, and try to outsmart your opponent. The best part is, you don't even have to know how to play yet. You can learn right in the club. It's a great way to have fun with friends, challenge your brain, and maybe even discover some cool new strategies. The chess club will meet on Wednesdays, and the dates and permission slips will go out soon. Come make your best move. The joke for today will be,
why did the student eat his homework?
why?
Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. The fun fact for today will be,
Octopuses have 3 hearts.
wow, I did not know that. Okay, bye again. That's it for today.
Where are you going? It's not over.
Oh, sorry.
Would you rather have a big or small room?
Small room because you get like less space and you can like arrange it more.
Thank you for watching the Eagle News and leave a legacy.
Bye. Okay.